This video clip was taken from my Sensei Market updates that I do 2 to 3 times a week inside of the Cryptonaires Discord. If you are missing this alpha, you are missing out in crypto. Use the link in the description below, join our free chats, join the conversation, and start learning today. I hope you enjoy the video.
So you have all these opportunities in Cryptonaires. I think one question I get a lot about communities like Cryptonaires is how much money do I actually need liquid to take advantage of some of these things? Like if I have $500 extra, is it going to benefit me to hop into Cryptonaires and start, trying to get in early on some of these things? Or what would kind of be like the minimum that you would see people can play around with?
So James, there's people in there that have all kinds of, different, some people in there have 8-9 figures. Some people in there have, $500 or less, right? So it all depends on what you value a membership, what you value finding out first, top crypto information. I mean, when you build an army of really smart people that are all out there gathering information on the crypto space, you have a great team that supports you, and it does live TA sessions to help you understand how to do TA. We have somebody in there doing all the Bitcoin runes information. That's Cam. He does a really good job. I mean, there's always somebody in there to help you. And that's really what we built. We built the community to help bridge people from that beginner to intermediate to expert. I've had people that have joined Cryptonaires and, after 6 months, they're better than me at charting and a lot of other stuff. Right. And it's really a good community to just share ideas. Hey, I've seen this project. Can somebody else take a look at it? And often people will find issues or, say, hey, this is a great project. And then we'll get into it together. It's all about that shared knowledge. And that's really powerful. So whether if you can afford the membership, you got to look at it as, will I have this information myself? Can I go out and get this information myself? And if I can, how much of my time will be spent to get this information? And now, what is my time worth? Right? So is it going to take you 5 hours of time to get the same information you could have got just by clicking on a channel on Cryptonaires? Well, if 5 hours, $20 an hour, is that worth your time? So time is very important. We have families, we have friends, we have hobbies, we have jobs. There's things we want to do in life. And so you can't always be on and in the crypto market. There's very few people that are on 24/7 like you and me. And so this helps those people greatly. And I'm really proud about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say too, don't underestimate, for the people watching, don't underestimate just the power of education, where even if you don't have the funds to necessarily get into all these things right now, that might actually be better for you. A lot of people would be better served by getting into the market slowly rather than, my first time in crypto, I'm going to put all my money into the first project that I see. It might be better to slow down and kind of learn, like, okay, what's this one? Oh, how is this one going? How did this launch go? And watch a couple launches, kind of see, how did that go for the people that got in? And in some ways, you might be better off having less money and not losing it right off the bat, because a lot of people jump right in and they think they know what they're doing. Honestly, I did this when I got into crypto. I had a whole bunch of money when I got into crypto, and I jumped in on a whole bunch of things that I didn't really understand, didn't understand how the markets work, didn't know how market cycles worked. And I lost a bunch of money because I jumped in on too many things that it's like, in retrospect, I shouldn't have done that. So, even if you're just getting the education, you could look at something like Cryptonaires as just education, where you're not looking at it as an income stream yet, but you're looking, hey, I want to educate myself, and then now I'm ready. Okay, I've been in Cryptonaires for a few months. I've seen what they do. I've seen how Crypto Sensei looks at projects, what the difference between the good ones and the bad ones. So that's a underrated. It's not as sexy to not talk about making money, but education is not that sexy, but so important in this space. So
people work 12 years to become a doctor. It takes time to educate yourself on any topic. And so putting that time in and getting that information can really change your life, because we know this market is going to 8 or 10 trillion, right? And understanding what the narratives around this market, because every market is different and narratives change in the market. So to understand those changes and to understand those narratives can be extremely powerful for your education. So you know exactly what is happening in the market and how to take advantage of, market's going to be down or the market's going to be up. There's a lot of sway and arbitrage that you can do to, keep stacking your chips.
Yep, absolutely, totally agree. Let's see. When we get people saying they are not doxxed, it's a no-go. Yeah, I've moved to that. I used to not be on board with that. But just knowing, like we talked about earlier, knowing the history of the person that made the company. I'm not getting into any undoxed projects going forward. I used to be more okay with that. I was okay. I had a lot of play money last bull market, and so I was jumping into everything that there was. But this bull market, my plan is to go a little slower, get into things that I think won't just fall apart when the bull market's over. What are things that are offering real utility to the world? Like that Spexy thing that Scott talked about. That's cool. That's offering something new to the world that I think could be really cool. Scott says Spexy has mapped all of Vancouver within weeks using individuals and their drones. So yeah, that's a really cool idea. It pays people for mapping out their area. I think that's a neat way to do it. Let's see.
I'd want to know kind of like how is the project going to make money on mapping, the world? Is that going to be used for like drone delivery, or what is the point of mapping it? I'd love to understand that.
Yeah, that's a great question. That'd be really cool. So yeah,